Well, we're back again. It's another episode for the love of the game. Myself, Dre. I'm joined by Ronaldo and Skervin. Um, as you can tell, it's a much more upbeat me. I can tell there's a much more upbeat Skervin and Ronaldo.
You're
It
done
was, it
now.
was
Yeah, yeah.
lads, are we still buzzing from Monday? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Cool on United.
Up the
Red
girls.
on mate. Course is still buzzing. Come on, pal. Buzzing.
Well, without further ado, like let's not even beat around the bush. Let's get straight to the main game of the weekend. It was the final game of the weekend up at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1. Boy, all I'm gonna say before I get your opinions is I told you so. I said we were gonna win the game last week. I said it with confidence. I said fans would turn up. They did. Um, I'll go to you, Skervin, because before I get to you, Skervin called me up at least 3 times today saying he's ready for the pod today. He's got a lot to talk about. I'm just going to let you flow, Skervin. Talk to me about your feelings after watching that game.
Well, mate, listen, sat down at the pub, watched it. I was elated because you know what? Like even before the game, we were in the pub and that, and there was some like Liverpool supporters in there, but they were actual Liverpudlians, like the proper Liverpudlians that were in there. And before the game was having a natter, and he's slagging off United, saying we're this, we're that. And I'm saying, I'm happy for draw tonight. You get me? Because Liverpool are, you know, dangerous type of team, and the last couple of times they've turned us over. So I was happy with the draw. You get me? And I wanted to see some fight from the team. But boy, I tell you what, that performance for that team on Monday night, mate, it was. I was proud to be a red, mate. Like even though we're bottom of the table, that's how we're supposed to be playing football week in, week out, bro. You know what I mean? And
How did you feel when you saw the starting lineup?
do you
How
know
did you
what?
feel?
Yeah. I was like, oh, Elanga. I was a bit suspect. I was like, why is he got Elanga starting and he's got Martial back in it? But you know, we move anyway. Martial, when apart from that, I was happy with the starting lineup. Were you?
Mate, as long as I didn't see that big old fridge freezer and that fat builder on that left side of the fence, that was enough for me to have a bit of optimism about the
I,
game, innit?
I, you know what as well, Jay?
Mm.
What I loved, yeah, at the start of the game. Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, yeah, but the start of the game kicked off and the ball went down to our side and Martinez must have cleared the ball off. I think it was Milner or Salah. But after the ball went off, yeah, he went up to him, it rubbed his shoulder, rubbed him like, brushed past him, like, yeah, you're in for a game tonight, son. And that set the
Oh,
tone, bro. I'm telling you, the crowd went up and everything, bro. It was good, bro. That's
yeah,
what you need, bro. But yeah,
that's good. Ronaldo, what's your thoughts on especially Ten Hag making the big decisions to drop Maguire, Shaw, and Ronaldo? What was your views when you saw that?
Well, mate, I was overconfident. I was over the moon. I was so happy when I saw the starting lineup. That I know it sounds a bit harsh because Maguire's our captain or whatever, but you can't consistently play rubbish and still be in the starting 11. So when I saw the team, I was so happy. I just wanted him to be brave, make brave decisions, be bold, and he done it. So all I can do is just get behind the team. I wanted to see Elanga up there. I wanted to see changes in the back four, back five, but yeah, back four. And it happened. So let's go, have a go. When the game kicked off, like Sker said, I have to touch on that point. The manager asked for attitude. And straight away, like Sker said, it set the tone. He walked past Salah. He went, "Yeah, I'm here. What you
I'm
saying?
here.
I'm
What you
here.
saying?
You get me? I'm here." Old Trafford went nuts. That's what they want to see, bro.
You want to see,
Like,
bro?
I have
Yeah.
to touch on that point, Dre. That's what the manager
Mm.
asks for. Attitude. You have to go out there and show your presence, character. You get me? Like, I love that. I
Yeah.
love that, Dre. So yeah, Dre, I was happy. I was over the moon. I was happy you made that decision to drop the captain. He needed to do it, and it paid off for him. So yeah, man.
Mm. Before we get into the goals, speaking on Martinez, he was in for a lot of stick after the Brentford game. You had that twat Jamie Carragher say he's too short to be a defender in the Prem. I've always maintained give him time. He won't be facing what he faced against Brentford every week. That's a fact. Not every team
What?
plays like Brentford. But
What?
what he done opening seconds on Monday set the tone for the game. That
Yeah,
rubs off on everyone.
yeah. Facts.
And like,
Fans.
to me,
uh,
man of the match, that performance there was that of a leader. Like I've always said, boom, leaders on the pitch. Bruno might have been the captain, but other players lead by example as well. Like
Yeah.
he was one of a few that stood up and to be counted for on Monday. So I'm pretty sure we all agree. Martinez, to me, possibly man of the match. I think for everyone, probably man of the match. But he
Yeah.
put in a performance that epitomized Manchester United.
Yeah.
Like nothing, minus the goal. The goal was unfortunate, but nothing was getting scored. If it weren't for Bruno's stupidness and him on the line, it could have been a different story we're talking about now, innit? But what was your thoughts on Martinez's performance, guys? I'll go to you, Ronaldo.
Mate, brilliant. Brilliant performance. That's what I expect from MJ. Set the tone from early, innit? You're a centre back. Let them know you're there, your presence. Because we already know he's got the skill, the technical ability, the calmness on the football. He displayed all of it on Monday. It's the full package. He's a baller. Like, come on, man. He's a baller. We know this, but you need that aggression, that presence to play a centre back in the Prem. Do you get what I mean? So, man of the match for me, Dre. Definitely candidate. You know what I mean? If not, who else can I give it to? I look around.
It's true.
He's the man. Stood out. Him over Run. Do you know what I mean? Because the pairing, I reckon that's the way forward. But yeah, Dre, man. Excellent performance. Brilliant. Brilliant.
And Skervin, in terms of we covered Martinez, who else stood out for you in Monday's game?
I think we got a return of the a little hint of a return from Rashford. I think he was really a thorn in Liverpool's defence on Monday, and he got the goal, and then that was that. Like he started beating players and moving and taking shots, and you get me. And he looked really alive, man. He looked alive. He looked really alive. You get me? Who else? Varane, like we said, I think Dalot had a good game as well. If I'm honest, I think Ericsson was all right, but he went missing in the second half. And Bruno had a good game, barring his flipping diving and that. And also Sancho was brilliant, man. Sancho was calm, collective, and he took his goal really well. You get me?
Speaking of that goal, I think that's a perfect segue, Skervin. Well done. The first goal, boy, I don't know if the missing person helpline's been contacted yet, but we need to find out the whereabouts of Milner and Allison because their man got sent to the shops around the half-hour mark, and we ain't seen him since. Ronaldo, talk me through the goal, like talk me through the goal. Jadon Sancho, you've been on his
Finally,
back for a while. I know you must feel proud to see Sancho
very,
just that bit
very,
of class.
very proud, very proud. Do you know, I was even prouder for the interview to see a kid
Yeah.
from South London, uncut, no prim proper, no etiquette, no English lessons. He just told you, I chop Milner, bruv. I chop Milner and I chop Alice, what's his name? Alice. And I chopped Van Dijk, bruv. There's no sugarcoating that. I did a turn and I took the ball. No, bruv. I knew I had time when I chopped him. You know what I'm saying, Jay? Like, nah, but
Mm.
let's be honest, yeah. That goal, seriously, if that was Messi or Coutinho
Yeah,
or
exactly.
or
Exactly.
even De Bruyne or do you know what I mean? Or who else? Salah or you get what I mean? Haaland. We be seeing it every day. Precision play, this, that, getting examined. What he did is so much class in that, bro. He had so much time in the box. He could pick his spot. One of the best goalkeepers in the world. One of the best centre backs in the world. You get what I'm saying? Like I have to give it to him, Jay. You know, I've been on his back. I've said it because I know what he can do. This is what I know that he can do. So it's frustrating watching him, knowing that he's got that talent there. The quality is there. It's never been in doubt.
Mm.
No one can ever say he's a rubbish footballer or he's this and that. It's just that we want to see it. We want to appreciate it. Go and
I,
watch the
I
replay.
yeah,
The fans in
bro.
the stadium, Jay, sorry to cut you, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one guy, yeah, his hands was on his head. When Milner went to the shops to get a meal deal, yeah, down the shop, yeah, the fan was like, his hand was on his head. He was like, oh my God. And this
Good.
before you
Bro,
scored, you know.
Skervin,
It's
Skervin, you remember, bruv, when he done that, I got up off my chair, bruv, and started dancing, bruv. Cause I was like, no, he did not just do that.
thank you, Jay. Thank
Like,
you. Come on, man.
I-
Give him
and
his
this is what I
flowers.
kept saying when we were watching the game, yeah, bruv. That's goal of the month, you know. That's even goal of the season contender, bro.
Thank
Do you know the balls it takes to do that in a big game like that? And the
you. At Old Trafford.
composure. He literally
Thank you,
stopped the
Jay.
game for 5 seconds and said, hey, run to the shop, get me milk, bread. I want tomatoes, onions. Come, I'm about to cook your ass, blood.
Finished.
Then he said to Virgil, what are you doing, bruv? Dance, fam. Give me, hey, what you got for me, bruv? Dance, bruv. And then slotted
I
it
know.
bottom corner, bruv. Listen, listen.
Mazza.
If like Ronaldo said, if Messi had done that, that would have been replayed all week. That would have been up for the Puskas
Thank you.
Award and all of
Thank
that,
you.
bruv. That
Thank you.
there is especially he's been terrible for weeks. He's been terrible for months.
It's true.
United have
Be
been
real.
terrible for like the last year, bruv. And he
Yeah.
decided to do that then. That takes
But
balls, bruv, and character.
tell you.
Listen,
Baller.
salute Jaden Sancho, bruv.
Facts.
Salute him. Because if he'd have missed that chance, United would have lost that game. That's how the momentum and the pendulum would have swung with United, bruv. Because it's so fragile as it is, that if he didn't get that goal, who knows? But
That's what gave us, sorry, Jay, that's what gave us the confidence to play the way we
mm,
did. We earned the right. People start realizing, oh my God, we are united. Hence the reason why the manager had to swear in the interview, bro. It's like, bro, we can what? We can play football. Like, Dre, it's the manner of the goal, Dre. We didn't just score, nick a goal from a set piece like certain teams
thank
and
you.
celebrate. Come
That's
on,
it.
bro. It's a proper footballing goal, Dre.
And
Quality.
when you watch the build up, yeah, it was I think it was a Langer. It was a
Yeah,
Langer that set up. Yeah, so
yeah,
Langer played it to Ericsson. Alanga made the run. Ericsson followed that part, played the ball nicely into Alanga's path, and he cut it back for Sancho. I ain't seen that from United in God knows how long. Now, usually our goals are literally individual brilliance or scruffy in it. So to see that, I felt good. But Skervin, what was your thoughts when you saw Sancho literally stop time, make Van Dijk do the river dance, and then slot it bottom corner?
Mate, I think you saw my reaction, didn't you? I got out my seat and I thought like I was at Wembley, mate. Listen, I've never been so excited seeing United go in a long time, mate. That was proper football, proper composure, like we said. And you know, I'm just happy for the boy because he needed that.
Mm,
You get me? He needed that. So yeah, long may it
mm,
continue. Well done, Sancho.
Yeah, facts.
100%, 100%. I don't think much happened after that in the first half, but I think you could sense that United, like Liverpool, there for the taking. It felt like Liverpool there for the taking in the game. To be honest, like they might have had 70% possession, but they didn't really do nothing with it. And like, if they were to score, it was because of a United mistake. I know Bruno done the madness. Like
Mm.
that was the first half, wasn't it? Yeah, Bruno done the madness in the first half. He showed literally no composure at all. And if it weren't for Martinez, he would have roofed it top bins from a corner, bro. But
Facts.
other than that, Liverpool supplied nothing first half. Second half now, and we're going to touch on my guy in a minute. I'm going to be the last one to drop an opinion on my guy, but he made a very Ten Hag made a very good decision at half time. He brought on Martial for Elanga. I was going to roast Elanga for that miss, but I'll leave it. We won in it, so gets a blah. But Elanga. I mean, Martial came on. Like, what were your thoughts when? What's your thoughts on Martial in general in that second half? Because to me, he literally changed the game. Uh, Skervin, what's your thoughts on Martial and his performance?
Uh, You've been saying that they play well together. Like when Martial's in the team and Ronaldo on bench, did it? You've been saying, and um, in the second half, it become apparent, didn't it? Um, Martial's link-up play was good, um, and he played in Rashford for the goal, didn't he? Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah, and it's all round like link-up play was brilliant, and we looked more of a like threat up front, um, with Martial in the team. It was more fluid. That it was like we it was more penetrating. You get me?
mm,
And Rashford just making runs. Martial's making runs. Um, who else was on the wing?
Sanch.
No, in the second half, but he came off. He came off. Who
I
did he
think
come off?
he didn't.
Bruno.
He put Martial out wide. Yeah, he put Martial and Bruno out wide, didn't it? Yeah,
Bruno on the right.
Who
yeah.
was up top there?
Ronaldo in it
Ronaldo.
when he came on. Yeah,
He only came on for 5 minutes, though, didn't
Yeah. But when Sanch went off, Bruno went out on the right.
he?
yeah,
Oh, I see.
Fred
Yeah,
went in the mid.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I see.
yeah. So we might as well just get to the second goal, shouldn't we? Like, all round, just a great goal. All round, just a great goal. We're gonna touch on the guy, Mr. Marcus Rashford. I'll call him by his proper name now. That was a good finish. But I just want to big up Martial, literally for the hold up play, and then bringing like bringing the team forward, literally
Mm.
with his hold up play, and then playing in Rashford. Brilliant play, but you know what? I'm gonna leave this bit now to Ronaldo. Talk me through Rashford's goal.
Phew. All right. Where do I start? First, let me give Tony a bit of credit because
Thank
he
you.
did well. Because that's brilliant play. I
Well,
like how
that
he
was
plays.
brilliant.
I like how he plays football. He commits defenders because he faces them. His hold up
Mm,
play is brilliant. He always seems to turn with the ball, and it's him running at defenders. It opens up space for Rashford and
mm,
Sancho. So what he did was brilliant. Pass was brilliant. The timing was brilliant. Because like we know, Marcus Rashford running in that channel is one of the best in the Premier League. And that's just my opinion. Put Rashford in that position. I knew he was gonna score. But for the fact that what's been going on with him, he's been in the rut. He hasn't scored in how many months? That's his first goal in the Premier League for like 6, 7, probably 8 months. You know what I mean? So everything that's riding on that chance after missing them chance against Brighton, same position at home, same end. There's a lot riding on it. Big game, Liverpool. You know what I mean? the rivals. Come on, man. Give the lad his credit. He looked Allison in the eyes, tucked it in the near post. so, so, so at the time when it happened, you guys saw anyway. I was over the moon. I was so happy for him, yeah, because I know, yeah, if he missed that chance, bro, that's the end of Marcus Rashford, bro. I don't think he could. You know what I mean? He couldn't come back after that. You saw the emotions picking up the corner flag, dashing it on the floor, and that you saw that's built up frustration. He's going through a lot right
100%.
now. So that that meant a lot to him. Being a Man United fan, you know how it is, man. That meant a lot to him. Like, that's his 5th goal against them anyway. So yeah, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him, man. Happy for him.
Same, man. Same. I know I've been on that guy's back for like 2 years probably, but you know what? When he was through in on goal, yeah, I wasn't worried. I don't know why. I wasn't worried because I felt like I've seen that before from Rashford, and he usually just
Yes.
slots it.
That's his channel, Dre. That's where he's Dre. I'm not cutting you, but
So
that's his
yeah,
that's his strength. You know what I mean, bro? That's
mm.
that's that's his strength.
And like, bro, that finish there was not easy, because the easy chance was literally the other side of the keeper.
There you go, Dre. Facts.
He literally gave the goalkeeper the eyes. Said, "I know you think you know where I'm going, but now I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna ras it." And like Alanga should have done in the first half, like we said before we come on air, yeah. Like Alanga should have done in the first half. Alanga's chance was even easier than Rashford's. He just said, "You know what?" Rashford's like, "I ain't scored in time. I'm just gonna lick this near post, and it's going in by force. It's going in. I'm gonna ras it." And honestly, I'm so happy for him because, like you said, when he picked up that corner flag, that was just pure relief and
Thank
emotion
you.
just coming out of him. Like, you might have been killing me for time. Let me show you what I want.
Yeah.
And literally 2 minutes after he scored that goal, I think he tried to chop was it Van Dijk?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Rashford's back.
Back.
Yeah, Rashford's
And then
back.
the confidence after that goal, Dre. Ho, ho, ho. When he took it inside Trent, then he went
Boy,
inside
hey,
goal.
listen.
Boy,
If that had gone in, yo, Old Trafford would have been set on fire, bruv. That would have been top bins, brother. But
mm,
Skervin, what was your thoughts on Rashford's goal? Like, what do you think it will do for his confidence going forward?
Well, like we were saying, it's a confidence booster. You get me? And as soon as he got that goal, you could see instantly like the confidence was there. Like he was trying to beat players. He's he was he was all over the place. You get me? And you could see the buzz in him. So let's just hope that he carries it on. Do you get me? I hope it's not just a one game and do you get me? And he goes back to his old self again. Let's just see if he can maintain it and
yeah,
go again on Saturday.
I think that's going to be the main thing now with the whole United team. Like in the
Mm,
past, we've won big games. Then the next game, we'll draw or lose, and it sets us back like a few games because we probably won't win the next couple games after that. I know I've said it before we come on air, like, boom, Saturday's game is very, very important now, but it's pivotal that Sancho and Rashford, even Martial, everyone brings that same effort they brought on Monday to Saturday against Southampton. Like, Ronaldo, like, what do you think will be? What do you think United will have to do or add to their game to beat Southampton on Saturday?
mm, mm. Add. No, I don't think they really need to add much. Just continue the performance. That similar performance to that, you're coming away with something. Like, that is a solid performance. They showed everything against Liverpool. Everything you need to win in the Premier League. You know what I mean? The quality, which is key. They ran. They ran more than Liverpool. You know what I mean? In the Premier League, you got to be fit. You got to be up for the challenge, the battles. Martinez. Varane, even Bruno. Obviously, he made a few mistakes, but he ran the whole game.
Bruv.
You know what I mean? Like that's the heart. That's the, you know what I'm saying, the passion, the attitude. That's what they need to bring, Jay. I don't think they need to add much, but because we've got a new signing, yeah, just throw him in there, man. Bit more quality, you can't go wrong.
We'll get there. So I know. So what are you saying? Casemiro starts on Saturday.
100.
100%. That's it. That's the question answer, mate. That's all we need to add.
We need to know if this works. ASAP. No ifs, no buts.
No
Get
I
maybes.
think
Come on, red on me.
you know, like I said, man, I don't trust this team, innit? I don't care what signing come in the door, bruv. The nucleus of the trash that we've seen for the last 3 years is still there, innit? So I can't trust this team. I've noticed I don't think we played that great on Monday. We just showed a lot of effort and pride, which I love to see in it. The quality on the ball has to improve. That's
why
you're answering yourself, Jay. Casemiro.
That's why
5 Champions League, 3 La Liga. Come on, Jay, man. Copa. Come on, Jay.
And that goalkeeper, we noticed a lot of things on Monday. That goalkeeper, I noticed they did not want to pass him the ball on Monday.
Not once. Facts, Jay. You went long the whole game. No ifs, no buts, no maybes.
Like literally, and that's something that alarms me. Like
for the future.
Varane had the chance to play it back to De Gea, and he literally ran around in circles like a headless chicken and then knocked it long.
Facts.
Malacia done the same thing. Like that don't fill me with confidence going forward. I think Ten Hag gets a goalkeeper before the deadline, 100%. Because
that shows you the manager doesn't trust him, innit, Jay?
Yeah, like he doesn't command his box. Like even the goal that we conceded was avoidable. A strong goalkeeper, commanding goalkeeper, gets that ball before he even comes to even gets into Salah's path. You know what I'm saying? So that's the issue. I just want to see what Liverpool also had 70% possession. I just want to see what we're like on Saturday with the ball in it. And Casemiro adds quality, but it's the Premier League, bruv. Like it's not playing against Getafe and Rayo Vallecano, you get me? Where they're gonna let you have the ball. Southampton on Saturday are gonna specifically target Casemiro. The moment they're gonna come after him, bruv. So he's not gonna be used to that. And he's not gonna be used to the fact that what he experiences on Saturday against Southampton, he'll get that on Leicester, against Arsenal, and every team we play going forward. Because every team presses in the Prem now. There's no dead teams anymore like Burnley, innit? Most of the teams in the Prem are good.
So
eventually,
Jay,
obviously, wait, no. Eventually, the cream rises to the top. Casemiro will adapt. I'm not saying he's going to struggle in the Prem. He's the best in his position in the world.
Okay,
I'm just saying, Saturday, it's going to be a test for him, innit?
Yeah,
I don't start him. If I do start him, I'm starting McTominay with him because McTominay is a rugby player, innit? So he will just play there and destroy. Get me?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, for me, he starts. Ericsson next to him, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho.
Now you're talking, mate.
It's iffy because Cristiano's itching. He's itching for a start, so he's got something to prove. And it's an away game, so, you know.
Who do you start after Martial's cameo?
Point. Thank you.
Do you start Martial or Rashford?
That's why he gets paid. That's why he gets paid to make the big decisions, Pat. Unfortunately, but it's iffy because Martial assists. He deserves to start, innit? To be honest.
He does, but obviously you've got someone like Ronaldo on the bench.
There you go. Come on, man.
And here's where you're missing. You man are stuck in the nostalgia, bro. What
Nah,
Martial
Dre,
done when he come on the
Dre,
pitch, that is the way Ten Hag wants to play, bro.
I agree.
Ronaldo can. You see that goal? We scored that Rashford's goal. Ronaldo's not doing that, bro.
I
Ronaldo is not doing that. That's a fact.
I
Ronaldo's not doing
understand
that.
that. Well, that's his weapon. That's Ten Hag's weapon. You can
Bring
bring
Yeah,
on the
Ronaldo off the
man.
bench. Bring
Huh?
Ronaldo off the bench, bro. Bring Ronaldo,
Yeah,
bro.
either one, but
Ronaldo's
it's
not even
gonna
going to
happen.
press.
It's either one, but it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Ronaldo's
Ronaldo
gonna
Dre,
throw
don't
one of
even
these
press.
guys.
So
Dre,
Ronaldo don't press. So already you're playing with 10 men.
Dre.
So nah.
Casemiro brings a different dimension to our team. You never know. That might free up Ronaldo. Because
Bro,
Ronaldo's,
Ronaldo just needs to go.
I hear you, but it's a good thing having
It's
Ronaldo
not.
in my squad.
Come on, we
Having
need
that
the
option.
experience.
You know what I mean? Having that option. You know what I
We
mean,
need to
Jay?
bring
Say
him
we start
forward.
with Martial and it doesn't work out, Jay. Say he gets closed down or he gets injured or something. I'm sorry, man. But
Yeah, that's
you
bound
know
to
what I
happen.
mean, Jay? We need, you know what I mean? We need options, man.
Bro, that option doesn't want to play, come off the bench, innit? So
But
what are
you
we
don't
gonna
know.
do?
You don't know. You never
Bruv,
know. So
Ronaldo didn't play in the biggest game for Man
Yeah.
he's
United
not.
He's
in
not
the
He's not.
happy.
season. That
He's
is
not.
United's biggest game.
Hold the
Like Man
team.
City or Man City, he's hurt. Like he still thinks he's 30. So to him, he's like, nah, what am I doing? Coming off for 15 minutes like my name's Teddy Sheringham and that. Nah, I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. No. Like it
Dre,
didn't
it's
work.
hard to
It don't even
complain.
fit. Even his cameo, what did he do? Nothing. Hold up
It's
play of what?
it's
You
hard
know what
to
I'm saying?
complain to the manager to play after the team's won. All you can do is go into training and show him why he should play in it. So
You
either
don't want to
way,
be there.
he'll
They
be
don't know.
ready. You get what I'm saying, Sker? Either
Yeah.
way, he should be ready. You feel me? When
Yeah,
called upon, just be
yeah.
ready.
The
Martial, be ready.
freedom, the
Christie,
freedom I noticed. Rashford and Sancho played, and Ronaldo weren't on the pitch. I ain't seen that before.
Mm.
That's what. And when Martial came on, it enhanced it even more. That link-up play, like I said
mm,
from the get-go, Martial is the glue. Watch when Martial plays, Rashford always plays better.
yeah, because he gets
Fact,
in his zone. It's true.
fact,
I agree.
fact. When Rashford plays with Ronaldo, why don't you play the same? Because basically Ronaldo's there to play for himself. Ronaldo's the
Nah,
finisher in the team,
uh,
innit? He is. He's
can
the
I
finisher
just
in the team.
can I say something? The
Go on.
difference with Christie and Martial, hence the reason why Martial's always injured, because they're willing to take the ball with the defender right up behind them. You're getting kicked, bruv. You're getting stamped on your
Mm.
Achilles. Like Ronaldo ain't got time for that shit. I
He's
know
on the
this. He ain't
goal.
got time for that. He
He's
ain't
on
got
the
time
goal.
to take the ball. He's done it in the Tottenham game when he scored a hat trick, and I was shocked. I was surprised. He was on the floor every 5 minutes, bruv. Because when the defender is right up behind you, Trey, to take that football and turn, that is a talent in itself, you know. And that's where Martial, that's his strength, his link up play. Being able to take the ball, the defender behind him and turn with it and face the
Mm.
play. So now Rashford's in his zone, Drake. That's when Rashford becomes a threat because he runs in behind. You get it? Once he's in behind now, he's problems, bro. You feel me? So I agree with you, Dre. That's how the manager wants to play. I agree, but it's good to have Run. It's good to have him. You can't deny it, Dre, man. It's good to have that weapon. You know what I
That's
mean?
it. This was the secret weapon, mate. It's a bad
Yeah,
boy
bro.
weapon,
Just
mate.
know how to
Yeah,
use him, Dre.
it's the
Certain
greatest
certain
weapon to have,
games.
bro. It's the greatest weapon to have.
Exactly.
There you
But
I
that's a
love it.
weapon that's a weapon that he wants to be the first weapon used, bro. You get me?
Yeah, he wants to be at all the time. But all the
Exactly.
players do. All the great players, sorry, do. You can't argue that. That's
Yeah,
their determination. That's what makes them
he's
great.
got something to say in next week, ain't he? So we'll wait. How apparent that what he wants to say is after the deadline, isn't it?
Yeah, because
Tomorrow.
he's waiting to see the ambitions of the club, Dre. I've
He's
been on the
seen it,
fence
bro.
with
We've been
Ronaldo.
signed the best defensive midfielder in the world, bro.
There you go. So
So
now
what? So why don't he
he's
come out and say he wants to stay then?
he will, Dre. Once he see a few more players through the door,
Oh,
he
Lord, he's
doesn't want to
gone now.
train at Dre. He doesn't want to train with all the players I've named. Where are they? They've
They've
gone.
gone.
Ellis is
Unless
gone.
it's
Bailly's gone. Look, they're all going, Maguire's out the team, Luke Shaw's out the team. You see what I'm saying, Jay? You see the trend? All these guys, I've told you, Ronaldo doesn't want to play with them anymore, bro. He's fed up. You get me, bro? He's a winner, bro. He wants to see winners in the trenches. When he's going through battles, he's fed up of looking at guys that's just wash, man. You know what I mean, Jay? That's my opinion anyway. I believe Ronaldo is upset with the ambitions. Serious, like they have to show ambition. They have to get ballers, like to show Ronaldo, yes, that this is the ambitions of the club. That's my stance, my boy.
Moving on to the other two that didn't play on Monday, the England left side, you could say, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. More Harry Maguire, United captain, finally dropped. Does this now say to everyone and to Ten Hag that Varane and Martinez are his starting centre backs going forward?
For me, I don't think Martinez can start every game, to be honest with you, due to his height. So, like games is like Brentford and whatnot. Someone else is gonna have to step up, or you pay a five at the back. Um,
So not to cut you off, Skervin, but do you think he plays on Saturday against Southampton because they got Che Adams in it? So is it one of
um,
those if that we go back to Maguire or we stick with
no,
Martinez?
I think he'd be alright with Shea Adams, because Shea Adams ain't too like Mo Salah and Firmino weren't too.
Mm,
You get me? I'm talking like big, like the Ivan Tonys. You get me? He was
mm.
too physical. You get me?
What like the Chris Woods and that?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm,
them and they're tall as flips, so gotta be wary of that. But I don't know. Like Ten Hag said, like he's good with headering and his timing and whatnot is good. So if he's got faith in him, brothers, you get me. I love the partnership that we got going because it just there was unity there, bro. As soon as someone tackled, it went out for a corner, boom, everyone was slapping each other. Yeah, come, good, let's go. Next one, you get me? It was good. There was good cohesion between the back four. You know what I mean? So let's just see what happens, innit? Let's see what
yeah.
happens.
Ronaldo, like obviously Maguire's dropped. What do you if he's out the team for a while? What does this mean for his World Cup chances? Do you think Southgate will drop him, not take him, or take him and just have him around the squad?
He's definitely on the plane. He's one of them players that they love him at England. Come on, man, look at his form for United over the last. I could go back far, but just say last season, for example, he was still in the team. Tomori won the Serie A. He was not even in the team. There's certain
That's
players
true.
that's just they're always in the team. The England manager loves him. Doesn't matter how he plays for United, he's always in the team. So yeah, but like I said, his chances going World Cup, I think he's already on there because they're not gonna try nothing new. It's England,
Yeah, true.
but in terms of United going forward, mate, I'll be happy if he shows a bit of like heart, spirit, and asks for a loan move because secretly I think his camp is trying to cook up something, yeah, cook up something with all this speculations about Chelsea and you know what I mean. That first it was Barcelona, now it's Chelsea. I'll
What
be so
boss?
happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be so happy if one of them was actually true and they made a serious bid. But going forward, like Sker says, yeah, I think he's got a role to play, like the manager says. I really do. Because there's
Mm,
games we're gonna need him, 100%.
mm.
Like
That's true.
so, like I said
Do you
in it, yeah, go on.
do you think he should keep the armband?
No, come on.
Like,
Yeah, he's already the captain in it. So on paper,
Mm.
to the Premier League, FA, he's listed as the club captain. Like I've said, he can be the club captain, which he is. That can't be changed. But on the pitch, no. Like going out
Yeah.
there, you know what I mean? Like every week, no. Going forward, he's definitely has a role to play. I agree. So just be ready. And another thing, Jay, yeah, I think secretly, Harry Maguire is happy he never played in that game.
Yeah, yeah, that's what
Mm,
I'm saying.
There you
yeah.
go. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm,
Come on, we're United
mm,
fans now. Let's be real, Jay. I'm happy
Mm,
for him. He didn't play in
mm,
that game. You know what I mean? And Luke Shaw, because I love all of them, Jay. Like, come on, man. So
mm,
I'm being honest. The spotlight, if he did something wrong, that it's just like stay in the team, be sharp, be ready. You've got a role to play, son. You know what I mean? We'll get behind you when you're out there. But yeah, man, you shouldn't be in the starting 11 like
Listen,
regularly. Yeah,
he shouldn't even. I don't even think he believes he should be even club captain. To be honest with
thank
you,
you,
but
Skervin. Because
that's
we're
in his
United fans,
contract. So that's what it is. And
man. Yeah,
when he
that's my
goes for a contract renewal, he's going to be off that captain's list. That's ridiculous, bro. There's
he be
no
having
way
to
that
still be
man's
at the
supposed to
club
be
about
captain, bro.
negotiating. You
Bro,
better just
that's
take
mad.
whatever they say, bro. You get me, bro? They even bother negotiate, bro.
Hey, you know what I noticed? I know what I noticed, like on when he's not in the team, especially Monday. Like Dax Skervin said, the unity of that back line. At no point did I feel
Ah,
uneasy or nervous
yeah,
about the back line.
yeah,
Even Dallo, I think Dallo's levels were raised because he was playing with three capable defenders, bro.
yeah.
Leaders. There you go. And they'll
Exactly.
listen.
Like Varane will tell him what to do, where to go. Like,
Yes.
and then in turn, Martinez will tell him what to do, where to go. Like Martinez leads by example, but he doesn't lead by
Bro.
words. He leads by play. So if you see Martinez just having Salah, Firmino, and who else that other donkey, bloody Diaz in his pocket, they're gonna be like, raw, okay, I can't let him down. I'm gonna play well as well. Varane was superb. Malacia, he was good. He was good. I wouldn't say he's great, he was good. But he basically done the basics of a left back, which just shows you how crap Luke Shaw is, isn't it? Like, you, you need to sell him. Like Luke Shaw has outlasted way too many left backs and fullbacks in his time at Man United, bro. He needs to go. He needs to go. Like find a loan move for him, but he probably won't leave because he's on big money in it. But yeah, I love the unity of the team. I loved Bruno led by energy and passion and whatever. That rubbed off on everyone as well. But eventually, as a captain, you've got to lead by performances as well, innit? On the pitch.
Yep.
And Bruno is another one. He's slowly sliding into that box of what do you actually do for the team now? The first season was good. It was great. He lifted morale amongst the club, players, and fans. But that was 2 seasons ago now, bruv. What are you doing? What are you actually adding to this team? Because you don't score goals anymore. You're hardly assisting. You're just running around like a headless chicken. So, boy, Bruno's got to step up now. He's got the armband. He's pretty much the captain now. That's how I see it. Bruno's the
Yeah,
captain now.
I agree.
So you got to be giving me captain performances. When the team's struggling, when the team's 1-0 down, what are you doing, Bruno? Are you going to fling your arms about and moan like a little girl? Or are you going to pick up the team by a scruff of the neck and say, follow me, we're going to win this game? That's what I want to
Yeah.
see now from Bruno.
Yeah.
You get me?
For me, he can be captain. That's just me. And because brother, that brother's not good enough, bro. He's the next one, fam. He don't deliver.
Mm.
Yeah.
Remember, they don't deliver, bro. And that
Yeah.
2 seasons ago
On my
when he was
life, yeah,
delivering.
on my life, sorry to cut you off, Skervin, but on my life, on Monday, I was watching him intently. He was letting down McTominay and Ericsson a lot because it was literally at times, it was because what's his name? Trent likes to tuck in to make it like a four in the middle, innit? With Fabinho, Henderson, and Milner. So it was literally at times 4 against 2 because Bruno was running around like a donut, trying to press the goalkeeper running from midfield and leaving McTominay and Ericsson exposed. he needs to add more discipline to his game and understand when it's time to press and when he's got the ball. Like even McTominay played in someone in the first half. Was it I think it was Bruno. He played in was it Rashford? He played in someone. I was like, raw, that's what Bruno should be doing. And I'm like, bro, Bruno done nothing in that game. A madness, bro. No composure in that corner when literally, if it weren't for Martinez, he would have scored an own goal. Like,
I'm not to be in his
imagine,
defense here, but sorry, Jay, but he did set up a Langa though.
bro, that was from effort. That was from hard yards, innit? Because
There you go.
Gomez didn't want it. So, you get me? But other that, boy, that's
Yeah,
just
he needs
hard
to do
yards. That's
more.
not even
Yeah,
quality. You know
yeah,
what I'm
he needs
saying?
to do more. Facts, yeah, definitely.
Book like even even when he got booked for diving, he literally could have hit that first time.
Yeah,
He could have,
touch was poor. First touch poor,
and
poor,
then
poor
could have
touch.
should have got a second yellow for preventing play or whatever when Salah scored. Like all that, you got to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? He could, a potential own goal could have let the team down. Should have scored. It could have wrapped up the game. We could have even scored 4 or 5 after that. It would have been Ole football if he scored then. Like, and then, bro, could have got sent off. So I know he ran around, got everyone excited. I know that's what English people love to see, hard yards and that. But boy, you got to be responsible. But Bruno's got to improve in it. But other than that, good win. We're on the board, as Skervin would say. We're on the board. 3 points. Let's get to the other weekend's games. First up was Spurs against Wolves. They beat them 1-0. I didn't watch the game. Apparently, first half, Wolves were all over them, but Spurs managed to dig it out. I've said they're going to do something this season. I think they will. Well, I might backtrack on them winning the league, but they can win the league, innit?
3 games in there.
Wait,
God,
3 games in, 7 points. The last 2 games they've been rubbish and they've taken 4 points. So if that's not a sign of a team that can win the league, I don't know, to be honest. But Spurs won that one. Crystal Palace 3, Aston Villa 1. Stevie G. Stevie G. Wait, I want to touch on Crystal Palace. Like, in terms of like, what do you think these Crystal Palace can do this season? I'll bring that to you, Ronaldo. Because unlucky against Arsenal. Um, played well against Liverpool, and they've beaten Villa. What's their seeding this season? Is it like push top 8, top 10 finish, mid table? Where do you think they'll finish this season?
I think they should push for a European spot, man. Serious. Top 6, top 7. I think they play football, which is brilliant. You know what I mean? Like, I love how they play. I love their attitude with the ball, their presence, Eze, brave on the ball, just glides past players. You know what I'm saying? So you score against any team. I think there'll be a surprise this season. I watch how they play. Anderson at the back, proper like they play football, you know, out the back. I love how they play, man. They play
We'll
ball. They
touch on.
score proper goals as well. When they do score, it's proper goals.
I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed watching that game on Match of the Day because it's like Palace were balling.
Yeah.
They were playing proper football. I like to see that. Before we touch on Villa, Skervin, Wilfried Zaha. I feel like the shackles are finally off Wilfried Zaha. Is this the season where he's like, you know what? I feel like I've been disrespected in the Prem. I should have got my big move. He's been one of the best players so far at the start of the season. Do you think this could be the season where he says, you know what? Give me my big move. Come this time next year.
Where I think personally, I think Zaha just needs to settle his son at Palace and just become a club legend. That's all. Look at that big move that he was looking on. it should have happened long time ago, bro. And it never. You understand? And right now, he's enjoying his football. And right now, Patrick Vieira is billing something at Palace, which is very, very good, bro. You get me? And
Mm.
for me, like he just asked Ronaldo, where do you think Palace will finish? I think, yeah, I think European definitely, but they need to go out there and get a striker. Go out there and spend the money on a good striker, man.
They've got strikers, you know. Like I'm a
No,
big
but
fan of.
what I mean about a striker though, Jay, is like the top quality striker, bro. You get me?
Mm.
Spend our money, man.
But Skirt, can I add something? Yeah, this is the
Mm,
thing. You just said it. Vieira. See
mm.
Eduardo, baller,
Yeah, yeah.
baller. But this is the thing, Skirt. Yeah, these are the type of players he needs. Mateta. Because you see
Mm,
their budgets go, yeah, they can't go out and get like a
Mm.
guaranteed 20 goal man. So what they do, yeah, is discover these gems go that will give them like a 15, 16.
Yeah, yeah.
Zaha will add like
yeah.
you know the ones, spread the
No, but
goals,
that's what
man.
I'm
Yeah.
saying. But this is what I'm saying. Zaha, yeah. I think more time. I don't even think he scored more than 6 league goals, bro. He needs
Nah,
to come
this
up.
the
But you know what it is with Zaha? He was playing under that terrorist. What's his name? Roy Hodgson, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now
negative
the
football,
shackles
innit?
are off. Now the
Yeah,
shackles are
proper
off.
ball. Yeah,
They're
man.
playing ball now, so Zaha can do what he has to do.
Trust.
You know what I'm
It's true.
saying?
And he's a leader as well. He's a
Yeah,
Mm.
leader.
that's
I
one
like
thing
how
I've
he's
noticed
playing.
about him. He's a proper leader. You can tell he's one of the voices in that dressing room.
Mm.
I'm happy for Palace, man. But boy, on to Steven Gerrard, and boy, it's peak. You know, they've won 4 out of their last 18 league games. Um, lucky to beat Everton a week ago, but they've lost to Bournemouth, who are terrible. Um, terrible again against Palace. That squad is not crap. That's a very good squad he's got, and they've got some very good ballers in there. I'm not
Lot of
gonna
money.
lie, a lot of money spent. Is wait, do you think Steven Gerrard will last the season at Liverpool? I mean, at Aston Villa.
Boy, I did at first, yeah, because like you said, he's invested so much in that squad, but results are not going for him. Man. I think I don't know, man. Being honest, he could move up the list. I thought it was Lampard that was on my list, but
Mm,
Stevie G, I think he could be, yeah, man, definitely. Stevie
mm.
G. The next 3 games is important.
Mm. What's your thoughts, Skervin?
Next 3, he said the next 3 games is vital for him. He needs to get something on the board, bro. He needs to get a win. Do you know where his next game is? Is it at home?
Who? Oh,
The next Villa game.
Villa's next game is against West Ham. West Ham haven't won a game yet as well. They're bottom. West Ham. They've lost every game. So and
Six
West Ham got
points.
Europe as well. That's a big game.
Mm.
That's a big game still.
Where is that
We'll get to
game?
that.
Is that at Villa Park?
Yeah, it's at Villa Park.
This
Villa's
is big
because
game for Villa.
there's games next week as well. Their next 2 games. So it's West Ham on Sunday and then it's Arsenal away on Wednesday.
Oh wow, wow. This is a big week for
So
Stevie. I tell you.
yeah, so oi,
Mm.
oi. So yeah, so that's that game. The rest of the weekend's games. Um Everton won, Nottingham Forest won. I watched a bit of the highlights of that one. Everton are poor, bruv. Everton are really poor. Forest played good football, you know. They just need a striker, a proper
Yeah,
striker, not that guy up front, but they need a proper striker. Um, but yeah, Everton are poor. If it weren't for Damari Gray, they would have lost that game as well. Um,
My baller.
it's a race. You know what? It's a real race between Gerrard and Lampard as who gets sacked first. You know.
telling you, mate. I agree.
Predictions right now. Who do you think will go first, Gerrard or Lampard?
Mate, it's so close, yeah. But I think Gerrard, because he's invested way more than Lampard. You know what I mean? He's been backed way more. You know what I mean, Jay? So yeah, bro, I think him. And to
I
be
was
fair to him,
watching. Oh God,
to be fair to him, he took the armband, the captaincy of Mings, yeah, and gave it to McGinn and brought in a new centre back, and the centre back got injured, bro. He's out for 6 months, bro.
Oh.
He's stressed, bro. So now he has to start Mings, bro. And they had a falling out. So that just spells relegation, but you know that.
It's true. But you know what? Yeah, I was. You know what? I was watching. What's it? Stoppage Time TV, and Fu had said something which is very true. And I was thinking about this the other day. Basically, there's a manager out there, and that Villa team could do with this manager, bro. Hear me out, yeah. Pochettino could do bits with that Aston Villa team, you know.
Exactly.
That's the type of team profile caliber of player that suits Mauricio Pochettino. Raise them up from the ashes, make them competitive, push up to the top four maybe, and then all the big clubs start sniffing around again. He's not really a top manager. I don't think he is, to be honest. But it's similar to where Tottenham were when he first took them over as well. That Villa team has got some very, very good players there.
Yep.
It just needs the right manager. Gerrard's definitely not the guy. He should have stayed at Rangers and, you know, or gone to some.
Let's give him a bit. Right, let's give him a bit, let's give him a bit of credit because he did get a win last night. You know what I mean? Like,
for Carabao Cup. Come on, man.
It's still a win. Come on,
I
you know what I mean?
I bet you everyone that played on Saturday did not play last night.
They did play.
Don't know, man.
They did play.
They did, you know. They did. They started a strong team. To be honest,
build your confidence up. Build your confidence up to lose again on the weekend.
It's all got to start somewhere, innit? Give him credit. Come on,
I mean,
allow it.
Him a bit of I was trying to give him a bit of credit, you know. You know what I mean?
Allow it,
balanced it out. But Dre's not having it.
He's not having none of it from Gerrard.
Nah, bro.
I know what you mean, innit?
All right. Moving on. Very good game down at West London. Fulham 3, Brentford 2.
Oh man.
Boy, everyone had Fulham as a team that was going to go down except for me. Boy, they're doing bits. And I'd want to give a special shout out to a guy that has been ridiculed by Man United fans for years. Andreas Pereira put in a performance against Brentford. What are we saying Fulham are going down, or are we saying they're staying up? Cause they look good. I ain't gonna lie.
Staying up, 100%, balling up. Andres Pereira, my guy, Dre, you know already from Youth Academy.
You haven't been a fan of him, still. You have been a fan of him still.
That's my guy. I told you, balling up. I like Fulham. They play football, man. They're staying up. Support good football, man. They need to be in the Prem, innit? They add to it. Stay up, Fulham, man. Carry on.
Yeah, Brentford unlucky. Mitrovic goal, literally in stoppage time, gave Fulham the W there. Leicester 1, Southampton 2. Leicester. It's looking a bit shaky for Leicester. They haven't really brought anyone in. Players are leaving left, right, and centre. Yeah. Brendan Rodgers started to make noise about where's my signings. Boy, Leicester. Like, what are we saying? I'll go to you, Skervin. You had them to finish in the top 6. Wait. Yo, like, what is going on with Leicester? And I think Brendan Rodgers could walk. Like, do you think he's gonna stay? Like, do you think he'll walk or get sacked? Because Leicester are stinking out the whole Premier League right now. Like, what's your thoughts on
Listen,
the start of the season?
wait, let's just say Brendan Rodgers could get Aston Villa somewhere. It's just, you
Oi, oi.
know what I mean? That's a cheeky one, isn't it? That is a cheeky one.
Mm,
Yeah, I know
boy,
it.
all right.
But,
No
Hey,
effect.
hey,
no,
hey,
but honestly,
hey,
I
listeners.
agree with him, you know. I agree with him.
Hey, listeners, Skervin just dropped a little betting tip there. Go to
yeah,
the betting shop and put a little
Yeah,
slap a little tenner on that one. Rogers
so,
to
trust.
Aston Villa.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
nah, but honestly, they're in a nightmare over there, aren't they?
Mm.
They lost their keeper. You know what I mean? Madison might leave. Who else is it? Or Fafana. You know what I
Tillerman,
mean?
Tillerman.
Tillerman.
Tillemans, yeah.
Like everybody wants to leave, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
something must be happening up there. You know what I mean? Or they just like don't want to know about Brendan Rodgers or something like that. But I don't believe Rodgers is that type of
Maybe
manager.
maybe the owners are looking to sell up, bro. Maybe because
Exactly.
when you start selling, they're looking to when you start selling players, you're probably looking to sell up in general. To be honest, but
Because
who
to
knows
me,
with
it's
Leicester?
quite weird you get rid of Castres for Michael. Like he's not a bad keeper, is he?
Mm.
That's
You know what I
weird,
mean?
and they sold him for dirt
So
cheap as well.
yeah,
Captain as well.
exactly.
Makes no sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's quite weird, man. Listen, I'll take Casper. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, good
I'll take
keeper.
Casper.
Solid.
um,
Solid. You know,
right. He's
links to
solid.
United. Links to United, you know?
You
Uh,
know what I mean?
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Come on,
it's
Jay.
in his blood,
nah,
man. It's in his
Just
blood.
get me scared. He knows, right? Know what I mean? He knows.
Yeah,
He
man.
said it
no,
many
man.
a times, Jay. Many a times he sung that
No,
song,
man.
mate. Come on.
No, man. He used to play for Man City as well, the twat.
I know.
Like,
Yeah. Hey, that was
all right,
funny in the tunnel. That was funny in the tunnel when who is it? Neville. Neville was captain and man was
oh yeah,
captain
yeah,
for
yeah.
Man
And
City.
Schmeichel tried to shake his hand, and
Yeah,
he just kept
yeah,
his head straight.
yeah.
Love that. I love that. That was I love that.
Told you. That's the red army in your blood,
Yeah.
Jay.
That's what I'm
That's what
saying. That's Neville. Oh, wait.
Want to quickly touch on Southampton. We'll get on to the United Southampton game in a bit, but they've looked good so far this season as well. Um, Came back from 2 down against Leeds the weekend before. Um, they got smashed opening day by Tottenham. Southampton constantly lose players every summer, but constantly buy players from Pound Stretcher and seem to make it work. Like, I don't know how they do it. Like, Southampton, like, what's their ceiling this season? They're I know after I've spent a few years in Southampton in my uni days. I know a few Southampton fans. They're not completely sold on Hassan Hootel, or whatever his name is, Hasselhoff, whatever his name is. Yeah.
you got it right the first time, pal.
What are we saying about Southampton? Are they going to be again slightly hanging above the relegation zone, or can they push on this season? I'll bring that to you, Ronaldo.
Well, it's above relegation for me. But the thing is, yeah, he's another one on the list, Jay, to get sacked because he's never been backed
Mm,
until now. Normally, like you say,
mm.
it's just one player from Pounds just now. He's gone to Poundland or something. I don't know where he's gone, bro. But he's, he's got like 6, 7 players through the door, you know, when you think about it.
Mm.
Now, I mean, new goalie, centre mid. He's got a few, you know, a few in there. Like,
I don't know how they do it because when you look at their team, they brought in their most high profile signing this summer was Joe Aribo from Rangers. Big him up, same way, Carl.
yeah,
Mitcham guy and that, which
yeah.
big him up on that. But yeah, Joe Aribo, that's your biggest signing. Like, that's weird to me how they keep doing it. But yeah, what's
They
your
got
thoughts, Gavin? You think relegation or just above that?
Nah, I think they're both that Southampton way do it really. And they got good old what's his name, Will Prowse on the free kicks, digging them out all the time. Yeah, I think they'll be alright, man.
that youth's a dead ball specialist, guy.
That's what I'm
Valid point.
telling you.
Mm.
I'm telling
Give him
you,
his
bro.
credit.
Bro, whenever he's got a dead ball, bro, just be careful. He's
Problems.
got to go. He's got to be on that plane to the World Cup,
Problems.
bro. 100%.
Facts.
He's gonna
Mm.
go.
Moving on, the final game on Saturday. Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 3. Should we read too much into that game? Because Bournemouth are poor, but was it more Bournemouth were poor or Arsenal were very good in that game? Like, Skervin, what's your thoughts?
Um, I think Arsenal were good, man. They went out there and did what they had to do. They got the points and come back home with it. And for me, Arsenal, the more they keep going and ticking as a team, because for me, I see the unity within the team. It's vibrant, bro. And the more they keep winning, the more comfortable they get with each other, and you know. I think they're gonna be a problem. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. I think Arsenal, they're looking good, Dre, man. They're looking good.
Ronaldo, are you buying this Arsenal hype?
Well, you know me. I'm, I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of Arteta. To be
Mm.
honest, I appreciate his ball in it. I appreciate what they do. I appreciate how they try to play it. So they play the game the right way. Now, I mean, you know, Jay, I've said this even before this season. That it's just his philosophy, how he wants to play. I appreciate it because he let players express themselves. So you see talent in it, you see it come out. So yeah, man, I'm not buying into the hype because I know they're gonna do well. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be even worse if he adds more players to that squad. But yeah, bro, I think Arsenal's is a threat. You know, but in terms of the game, it was a bit of both. They was good, Arsenal, but Bournemouth were poor, man. Poor, just booting it up to
Yeah,
man, it's a joke.
that
You know what I
that
mean?
was literally championship football from
Thank you,
Bournemouth
Jay. Like, it was a bit of both.
with
Arsenal's
with
good.
championship players.
Yeah,
What's that guy up front for Bournemouth? Whatever his name is.
plays for Wales, isn't it?
Yeah, he's pants. Like he's
Telling
pants. But they haven't backed Scott Parker to be honest. So
you.
I feel it from a little bit. I'm not buying the Arsenal hype. I'm not buying it yet. The only reason why I say is because I want to see how they react to losing a game. Like that game in 10 days when United play Arsenal is going to be huge. Because if United win that, I want to see how they bounce back. Because mentally, they're just as fragile mentally as a squad as Manchester United, in it. In
I'm
terms
not
of
cutting
they ain't
you.
got God,
I think
God.
they're ahead of us in the process. I think we're both in the
They
same
are.
process in terms of
They
how
are.
we want to play. But I think Arteta, people downplay the fact that he's won a trophy, Trey. You get what I mean? Like, so
Uh,
they're ahead of us, Trey. I'm telling you,
not
they are.
not to cut you
They
off, but
finished ahead of us last
I'm gonna
season.
keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Anyone that won a trophy in that pandemic era, there's an asterisk next to it. For real. Because it's a huge difference playing in front of nobody and then playing in front of fans. That's a fact. You've seen it. So asterisks for Arteta. Kudos for winning it, but asterisks. My thing, what I mean by mentality is like, raw, they had top four literally in the bag last season. They went to Tottenham and they lost. They shrank. They played like little kids. They were playing against year 11s. And what did I
Sure.
say after that game? They're going to lose against Newcastle on the Monday. And what
Yeah.
happened? They went to St. James's Park and shrank and hid and hid, and they lost that game as well. So that's why I
Facts.
say, like, I want to see what happens when they lose. I've already seen what United are going to do when they lose because they've got that mentality now, but also they've got match winners in their team, innit? So say if Monday was a bit different against Liverpool, you've got a Rashford, you've got a Bruno, you've got a Ronaldo that could win you a game even if you're playing dead. Arsenal ain't got that guy. No matter how silky the football is now, they ain't got the guy that when it's deep in the trenches, they could ban a goal and win them a game 1-0.
So, what
So
would you
that's
say about Jesus?
fancy that, innit? If he was that guy, It's all you see with Arsenal. When it's good, it's great. It looks good. Kudos. The moment they lose or it gets a bit sticky, they don't just lose one game and bounce back or get a draw the next game. They lose like 3 or 4
Come,
games in a row.
they come. Can't do that.
Exactly.
It's
So
true.
that's why I want to see what happens when they lose. Then that will give me a correct or proper
assessment.
way to measure what they could do this season, innit? Like right now, it's all
Fair play.
when they win and they're playing well, they're one of the best teams to watch. Always have been. But it's when they lose. That's all I want to see from Arsenal. What like they could win the next couple of games, be top, everyone's gas, go to Old Trafford and lose, then lose the next 3 games. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
I just want to see what happens when they lose. Because if they lose a game and bounce back and win the next 4, then I'm like, okay, cool. They're here now, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But good start though. I like bruv. Saliba is a centre back. So I'm gonna say
Trust.
Saliba is a centre back. Proper. He reminds me of Rio Ferdinand. I'm gonna say on that.
Told you.
Before we go to Sunday's games, it's Carabao Cup quick draw. Chelsea against Man City at the Etihad. I don't know what
Yeah.
the rest of the draw is. Man City against Chelsea at the Etihad. Yeah, that's
Wow.
the Carabao Cup draw.
Really good. I love it.
Oh,
It's back.
well, that's one trophy gone from Chelsea's wish list this season, boy. Um, on
So
to
Leeds
on to
United.
Chelsea. Let me just check. Uh, Rangers have beat PSV, so Gakpo's definitely coming to United now. Um, Rangers going to be in the Champions League, big for them. Carabao Cup draw. Manchester United. I've got Aston Villa at Old Trafford.
Good test. Stevie G.
Yeah. Oh, Liverpool at home to Derby. Oh yeah, Rooney's gone in it. Oh, that don't matter anymore. Um, and Arsenal at home to Brighton. So yeah, tasty draws there. Back to Sunday's games. Talking about Chelsea, Leeds 3, Chelsea 0. It was a sweet day on Sunday as well. Mocking Chelsea fans. There's a few Chelsea fans in the group chat and that, giving it a big one. Um, Ronaldo. I know Chelsea. We've been talking about them. What like? What is it with Chelsea? Like, where do we where do we go with Chelsea? Like, what's their biggest problem right now at this current moment in time?
Trey, biggest problem. Let me get my pen and my pad, bro. Where do I start? There's so many problems at Chelsea right now. It's all right. Let me just stick to the game. Game Chelsea tried to play got nullified straight away, and the manager selection was a bit weird. Reece James centre back, Loftus Cheek a right wing back, right back. I don't know what to call it. He started Connor. He started Georgie, which Chelsea fans always seem to, I don't know, get on his back. But for me, he's a good player. I like Georgie, but I don't know what Mount is. Because was he a winger on the weekend or was he playing in the middle? I don't know. Sterling and Kai, I don't know which one was up front. I don't know. Chelsea's just a mess. Like, they was just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? They signed Cucurella and Koulibaly. Koulibaly ended up getting 2 silly yellow cards. I don't know what's going on at Chelsea, man. You know what I mean? It's
Mm.
just, Jay, like, I don't know what to say, but they got outplayed. Against Leeds,
Yeah.
at home, proper football heritage, proper game. That's what you do. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like,
it was, do you think the first goal set it off? Like in terms of what the hell was Mendy doing? Like, like we said last week about David De Gea, bro. If in doubt, kick it out.
yeah,
He's been
facts.
suspect for a while. He's a great shot stopper, good at coming off his line at times, but he set the tone. Like literally, that could, like we said after the Brentford game with Man United, that could suck the life out of a team. Do you think that goal sucked the life out of Chelsea?
100%, bro. 100%. Because like the way before the goal went in, these was all over them. They was just pressing them. And they kept going back to him. He weren't comfortable on the ball. He doesn't want the ball. So that goal going in just gave Leeds more encouragement, made them more brave, you know what I'm saying? Gave them more belief. So yeah, man. And it just sucked the life out of Chelsea because they was second best to everything before that. So after that, the heads dropped. You know what I mean, man? That was it.
And I know they've been linked with a striker, but do you think, like, even if they do get a Aubameyang, which they've been linked with, who they've been linked with, do you think it will change anything with that Chelsea team? Like, because they've had strikers and they don't score. So, what difference will Aubameyang make to say a Lukaku or Tammy in the past?
Well, for starters, he's a finisher. He's a better footballer. You know what I'm saying? Like, on form, at his best, 1 in 2 chances in it, he'll score. You know what I mean? Like, he's proved that now in Spain. Look at the run he had, like 7 goals in like what, 3, 4 games. It's crazy, but I think, to be honest, I think he'll do well. You know, because he's a proven goal scorer, so Golden Boot winner. You know what I mean? You have to give him his credit. So for me, he should make them a better team, but Tunchel being the manager he is, yeah, and the way he plays, it's confusing. You know what I mean? Like, it's confusing. You have to see it first, but he should do well. You know what I mean?
Getting back to Tuchel, do you think he's just overthinking things with these like starting lineups, and it's like he's trying to fit square pegs in round holes with his team, or is he trying to make a point to the board? Because, like you said, starting Loftus Cheek at right wing back, Reece James at centre back, Mason Mount running around. Um, I don't know who was up front in terms of Sterling and Kai Havertz. Do you think he's overthinking it, Tuchel, or trying to make a point to the board that I need more players?
I don't know, because they keep trying to sign defenders. When it's not a defender, they've been chasing Fofana, Kunde before, not Fofana. For how many weeks they link with Harry Maguire? I had to get that in there, but yeah, but things like that, yeah, shows you he's so defensive. Like, he's always defensive. When it's not a defender, it's a midfielder that can play striker. What's his assets? Running around. Like Gordon, for example, from Everton. What the hell? Chelsea need a striker that. If you don't get Abu, who else do you think? Say that deal doesn't happen. You would just get a Gordon in there to just, you know what I mean? Run around, nick a goal here and there. It's football's just, I don't know, Jay, man. Just can't see how you're going for a centre back and you need goals. You know what I'm trying to say?
True. That's true. Uh, Yeah, that is true. In terms of like creative, I know I've brought it up in the group chat and whatever. Is that the biggest problem? Because I've always said their midfield is very functional, isn't it? They do a job, kind of like Liverpool's midfield, but they have got no creativity in there at all. It's like if you nullify their midfield three, you've basically got them by the balls, no homo, like, because they're not going to do anything. Is that what they're missing in terms of goals being scored? Like someone that can create in that midfield.
Yes, I think that's very important in every team. You see the way Pep sets out his team, there's balance in that middle wing. The German managers and how they see football, they'll just win the ball in the right areas. And, you know what I mean? Correct pass, correct runs, you score goals. And they don't see football like Arteta, for example. Look at his midfield. It's balanced. He's got Odegaard in there. He's got Party in there to break things up. He's got Xhaka, who's a proper footballer, who I think is underrated. He's a box-to-box player. He can fit the game both ways. So it's balanced. You get what I mean? Chelsea ain't like that. Chelsea just set blocks. There's 5 defenders and there's 2 sitting midfielders. in front of those defenders. Do you know what I mean? Like, so he's already got 7 defenders out of 11 players on the pitch. 8 of them are defenders. Because count the goalie as well. Do you know what I mean? So their football I don't know. It's the same with Klopp as well. Look who he started at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? See Elliot.
I know.
Elliot's not even a centre mid. You know? The youth's a winger, bro. The youth was playing championship football on the wing, bro, scoring goals. I remember at Fulham. So look where he played. That's playing Milner and Henderson. You see what I mean?
I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. I thought that looking at that midfield, I thought you are taking a piss. If you really think, I know we're crap right now, yeah. But how can you play Henderson, Milner, and Harvey Elliott? Really think you're gonna beat Manchester United? Allow it.
Because they're functional, Dre, like you say. They'll press us and win the ball in the right areas. They're not technically good. They're not thinking to create. Do you get what I mean? Just give the ball right areas, pass and move, you get goals.
Yeah.
That's how they play. That's why I can't see Tunchel as an attacking manager. Do you know what I mean? Like he's too conservative for me. He needs to open up, like you say, go for a creative player. Why is he not linked with no creative midfielders?
Tillemans is available at Leicester. That should be who they're going for. That's the Leicester player they really should be going for, not Fofana, bro.
Thank you.
Tillemans is
Chelsea
there.
fans don't want to have that conversation. They keep saying, "Oh, we need this. We need a Fabregas type. Or we need a this type. Or we need an Oscar. We need a this type." Bro, go get him then, innit? The manager's linked with Gordon, bro. Gordon, that's another Mason Mount, bro. For me, he's even better than Mason Mount. To be honest, Mason Mount is pants, bro. That's a whole different conversation, bro. These players, they just have good engine, Jay, and they're good professionals. I have to give that to them, to be honest. They're top class, you know what I mean? So when you need them, when you call upon them, they're ready, bro. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to be out clubbing and all of this stuff. Like certain players, you know what I'm saying? They're proper pros. So, you know what I mean? I have to give them credit for that, but that's about it, bro.
Moving on from Chelsea, other games on Sunday: West Ham 0, Brighton 2. Brighton, they've gone to Old Trafford and they've now gone to the London Stadium and picked up maximum points. Do you think it's early days to be worried about West Ham? Obviously, they played in Europe last week. Early days, nothing to worry about yet. They're bottom of the league.
Do you want my honest opinion?
Yeah,
They're exactly where they should be, bro. See David Moyes is rubbish, bro. Like everyone
wow.
believes this hype and Moyes is a good manager. Remember I was saying, bro, don't believe the hype, bro. See, every dog has his day in it. He had his best season, bro. And that was it. They're gonna struggle. Remember I said this, Jay. They're gonna struggle. I don't want to dig deep into them because, you know what I mean? I know West Ham fans are confident at the moment. They're in Europe, all of that. All of that's not going to help them, bro. It's going to make it worse for them, bro.
I think
My,
that could buy Moyes credit in the bank to last the season if it does go a bit tits up. The fact that the last couple of seasons have been good could buy him credit in the bank, so they won't. If it gets a bit dicey, they won't sack him in it.
mate, the only thing West Ham fans got going for them this season is traveling around Europe, bro. That's it, bro. They better enjoy that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, enjoy them trips. That's it. Because it's a relegation fight, bro. Remember what I said, Jay? Remember.
All right. Final game on Sunday. Great game. Newcastle 3, Manchester City 3. What a game. Newcastle were after them. What's his name? City took the lead, and then, boy, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep. And then when I woke up, Newcastle winning 2-1. I ain't gonna lie. Newcastle winning 2-1. But after that, I woke up at like 35 minutes, and boy, Newcastle were after them. This Newcastle team has completely changed, and I have to give credit to Eddie Howe because when they took over, I said he's going to get them relegated and he's going to get sacked, but completely turned it around. They were fully after Man City all game, and Trippier's free kick. kudos, bruv. That roofed it, top bins, sensational. But Man City, side of champions, bruv. 3-1 down, and they give me them old Manchester United vibes. You know when you like United to go 2-0 down and you're not worried because you know if we
Yeah,
get one goal back, we're gonna make it 2-2. And if there's enough time on the clock and we're dominating, we're gonna win the game. That's what City give me. They give me those vibes. Like at no point, bro, even that 3-1 Newcastle was slightly, they were still on the front foot looking to get that fourth goal. But Man City still kept playing the game. They weren't panicked. And
yeah,
literally, once they made it 3-2, you knew what was coming. Literally. They scored 2 goals in like 3 minutes and made it 3-3. Like, in terms of City, we'll get to Newcastle in a minute. In terms of City, are there like any weaknesses like in in terms of like maybe their back line or their midfield this season? Because Newcastle opened them up. 3 goals is very rare for Man City to
yeah,
concede. So
definitely.
what's
But
yeah,
that, yeah, bro, that's sorry, bro, to cut you, but yeah, man, that's the thing about Newcastle. Yeah, they've got quality ballers. Saint Maximin, he's involved in all 3 goals, all 3 of
baller.
them. That
Well,
that's the
I've been
quality.
saying for time
That
Man United should have got him.
exactly, but that's the quality, Dre. So City is not like they're a rubbish team. They're champions. That's why they never lost that game. Any other team would have lost that game, folded,
Mm.
lost that game. But City, the, the ballers' quality is there in it. But Newcastle, bro, Saint Maximin, direct. Every ball he's driving at them, creating problems, running at that back line. John Stones, oh my gosh, Walker, nightmare. He's taking them
Wow.
on all day, relentless. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying City has a weakness as such because it's just quality, man. When you come up against quality, it's just quality in it. Set maximum. You know what I mean? So I think City will be alright. I still got them as, you know, to lift the trophy at the moment. So I don't
Yeah,
sense a weakness as such because they will rotate at the back. And if Pep sees a weakness, you identify it and sign a player. So, you know what I
in
mean?
it.
Like he did in that game, for example. He took Aki off, brought Diaz on. You know?
Exactly.
so,
Exactly. It's just
so
not fair, bro. But in terms of Newcastle, um what's again I have to ask the question, where do you think they'll finish this season? Because they announced they've just signed Isaac, um 63 million pounds. So and look how much Chelsea trying to buy Gordon for. Ridiculous, isn't it? But
tell me,
Isaac, Alexander Isaac, highly rated. I rate him highly. They've now got proven goals up front now. Are they going to push top four, or is what would you say top six is their ceiling this season?
I really don't see Newcastle finishing that high, you know, to be honest. I could see them fighting for a trophy at FA Cup or something, but in
Mm,
terms of like having the squad depth to go the length, I can't see it yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't
mm.
defensively, no, no, I mean, not yet, but yeah, maybe top 8, top 10, definitely top 8.
I think if there's ever a season where they could push top six, maybe even top four, it's this season. Simply
Top
because of how
4.
this they can push it. They can. I
Phew.
think the way this season's playing out, and if certain teams don't add to their team, then it could be a very. This is going to be a weird season. It's going to be similar to the COVID season with the amount of
Yeah.
games being played and whatever. So it might be one of them weird ones. Like in that COVID season, West Ham finished what fifth or sixth or whatever. Like it could end up like that. Like so, Newcastle could pick up where other teams slack off. Obviously, with Europe kicking in as well, certain teams are going to be playing every 3 days. Newcastle are going to be playing once a week. So
True.
they could take advantage of other teams slacking off. I think Arsenal are going to struggle once Europe kicks in as well. So you never know. I think top six is minimum because outside, they'll be the only team that could break it because outside of the big six, everyone else is the ones you expect to be there are not there. So like Leicester,
Yeah.
West Ham, they're rubbish right now, innit? So
Yeah.
they could easily, you know, push top six. I don't think Chelsea finish in the top six, to be honest. So yeah, they'll finish the top six.
Oh, no Chelsea.
Nah, no way. No way. If they're making up targets off of Fana and Aubameyang, Tuchel will be out of a job by Christmas.
Nah, I hear you. I hear you.
Who's gonna supply Aubameyang? What, Loftus Cheek and bloody Conor Gallagher? Allow it.
Yeah. Mason Mount.
Allow it. That guy, bruv. He is stealing a living, bruv. He should be working at his dad's construction company, bruv. Putting up scaffolding, bruv.
Go easy, bro.
Stealing a living.
That's a Chelsea young legend, innit? From the academy and that.
That, I was about to say something, but I'll leave it there, bruv. But I'll leave it there. But, yeah, they're great hope, man. Mason Mount can piss off, bruv. Anyway, that leads us nicely to transfers. Boy, we'll start with Chelsea. They're linked with Wesley Fofana. Fofana didn't play at the weekend. I know you mentioned a bit earlier about Fofana. What's he going to add at Chelsea? But at least he's another body, and I think obviously they want to play three at the back. Do you
Yeah.
think Fofana easily slots in that Chelsea starting 11?
Yeah, of course. If they're gonna pay that much for him, surely he's starting. Like, you know what I mean? But in terms of slotting in, no, I don't really rate him that highly, to be honest, Jay. I don't even think Chelsea rate him that highly. I think they're just desperate. I think there's
Mm,
rumors of Harry Maguire. I think their target was Kunde. Do you know what I mean? They went, we can't get Kunde. Let's get Koulibaly. They got him, and then they realized, oh my days, we're gonna need someone else because this guy that is knocking on a bit. You know what I mean? He ain't up for the
mm,
running. He's pulling people down, and that is like, come here, like, nah, man, I can't run today. You know what I mean? So maybe for Fana, who knows? But this guy's been injured. He's been out for like a year. And to spend that much money on a guy that's been out for a year, I think it's a bit risky, mate.
mm.
I think they're just desperate in terms of
I agree with
adding.
you.
I think Chalobah will be all right. Give the kid a chance.
Do you think it's more because of the amount of games Chelsea's going to play while they've gone for Fofana? Or obviously Thiago Silva's pushing, 38, I think.
Yeah,
Clearly,
yeah.
Fofana's probably one for the future, probably.
Yeah, but Jay, give the guy a chance to see if he's at least over the injury first, man.
Yeah,
You
of
know what I
course.
mean?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
You
Because that
get
was
what
a
that's
nasty leg break.
yeah, and they're just going in full force. Like, what do they know that we don't know, mate? I think
Mm.
it's desperation, mate. I think Todd's just had a bit much, that stuff, and he's just about in the market. He's gonna push his weight about. He just wants people to know I'm here. You know what I mean?
That,
So
yeah. What do you think about Chelsea's transfer strategy in general? Because to me, it just strikes of like it's like it's like if Man United are Coke, Chelsea are Coke Zero in it in terms of transfer strategy, bruv. It just seems like they bid for whatever is the shiny new toy that comes out
thank you.
that day, bruv. They
There you
don't
go.
like before Chelsea had a clear strategy of who they wanted to buy. They got their business done quick. If they were linked with a player today, by Friday that player is signed through the door. Like I
Facts.
was a bit worried when they signed Sterling. It took them about 6 weeks to get that deal done because Chelsea usually get that deal done within like 6 days max. So
Yeah.
they're linked with everyone. It's weird. Like, do you think their transfer policy could be what hinders them from having a successful season this year?
Yeah, definitely. There's a change in the leadership, so it's gonna affect the team. It's gonna affect the results. Like I gave Tunchu credit, but now I see the cracks are starting to show so soon. They got outplayed, bro. Not just you know what I mean, like and
Mm.
Tunchu is where is the strategy? Like Chelsea need a creative mid. The fans are saying, "Oh, we needed this," but oh, you're linking for Fafana. Oh, we need a striker. Oh, we're getting a new left back. It's like, bro, what is
Yeah,
going on? Uh, oh, we're signing two youth players. What the hell? What do we need you? You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know,
it's
bro.
weird. What
It's
do they need with
definitely
Ben with this Gordon guy? What do they need with him?
there. You go. Where's it? Left field, Dre. That just came out of nowhere, innit? But Chelsea fans
Like,
don't want to admit it. They sooner or later they're gonna have to because they're gonna watch their team play and see what their team needs, and then probably get a flipping physio or something. Probably get a
and you
new
know what's
physio.
and what Chelsea fans need to realize there is not that endless pit of money that it used to have.
Yeah.
Chelsea's endless pit of money has gone. So when they're out here spending 50 million on Kukumonga and then 20 million on that young kid from Aston Villa, who is a baller by the way, bit left field.
Mm,
That's another left field one, but he's a baller.
mm.
Then you're linked with this Gordon guy for 60 odd million when you could buy Ruben Neves for like 40 million and Tillemans for 30 million for the same price you want Gordon for. And that fixes all your problems creatively immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the
Exactly.
hell? Like, I don't get it. Like, their transfer policy is weird. It strikes of Man United, literally.
Thank you. You see, Jay, not to cut you, bro, but I was trying to make this point to a few Chelsea fans, but they just trying to bury their head in the sand. But soon the chickens are gonna come home to roost, bro. You're gonna
Mm.
see after they sign these random guys. It's just random after randoms. Next thing, Tunchul's through the door, bro, and it's some American manager, bro. You don't even know his name. It's got
we
a weird
said
name, man.
we say Shea McMahon's gonna come and manage Chelsea.
Telling you, bro. Telling you, bro. Change the name, West London Blues or something mad like.
We said move Chelsea to Memphis and that.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro, they're gonna be doing silly stuff because, like, let's be real, yeah. What does Todd know about football? What does he know? Nothing. And he came in. He's everything. He's the scout. He's the CEO. He's the owner. He's the. I don't think about it, but Chelsea fans don't really want to accept it, but they know it's the truth. You know what I mean, Jay? Like, who
Mm,
is the scout? He's fired everyone, bro. So
literally.
replace them. Thank you. Have they been replaced? No. So who's
Who
advising
knows?
him? Oh, man goes,
Who
oh, it's
knows though?
Tunchu. It's Tunchu's advising him.
No,
Okay,
definitely
all
not.
right, cool. You know
Because
what I'm saying?
I don't get how you need these players, but then you went and got Kuka Monga and that. Was it
Thank
Cucurella?
you.
That's his name, Cucurella. What made you think you need to buy Cucurella? You got Ben Chilwell.
Brilliant
What's the
player.
difference? What's the difference between Chilwell and Cucurella? Like nothing really.
There you go.
Like nothing at all. Like what 50 million? I felt like they bid for him because City were after him.
See,
Literally.
I
And
wouldn't be
what
surprised.
and what did Ed Woodward do whenever City were after someone? United would go get him. Like Sanchez,
Hmm, hmm,
um, Fred. Pep
hmm.
wanted Fred. We went and bought him. For what
Hmm.
reason? Cristiano Ronaldo, same one as well. Like,
True.
bruv, even like De Jong. Do they really want Frankie De Jong, or do you want him because he's linked with Man United? Like,
What what happened to that deal?
exactly, exactly. So to me, I don't know what's going on with Chelsea. Um, Skervin, what's your thoughts on Chelsea's transfer policy and that? What's going on at the bridge?
Well, it seems like he said, it's got United stinking all over it. With the owner and that. He's just throwing money left, right, and centre. I don't care how it's being spent, and it's starting to be like that at the minute. But, Something's not right at Chelsea. I never expected that result at the weekend with 3-0 leads and that. No, honestly, man, that was shocking, man. I didn't watch the game, but I woke up and saw the result, and I was like, "What?" I couldn't believe it.
Mate, I watched it, mate.
Honestly.
All 90 minutes of it. I saw it.
Did they play good?
Chelsea.
Who?
Yeah.
Nah, they was rubbish.
No, they stinking out Leeds, bruv.
It
They
was
But
rubbish.
stunk out Yorkshire, bruv.
people said that they played good. Do you know what I mean?
Nah,
Bruv, didn't
that's a lie.
Klopp say Liverpool played well? They deserve to win on
Yeah,
one. Don't
man.
listen to these functional Germans, bruv. Chelsea are like a
Exactly.
scolder, bruv. Nothing to it, bruv. They just get you from A to B.
Mm.
Dead, bruv. Listen. Credit to Leeds as well. Before we get back to transfer, credit to Leeds. That American manager, we need to ease off on these Ted Lasso jokes and that, and
Yeah,
all
true,
these Kurt Angle jokes as well. Like,
true.
he's got them playing. They're literally Burnley in it, but with energy.
Yeah.
Nah,
And a
yeah,
touch of class up front.
yeah,
Top
yeah,
scorer in the Prem. Rodrigo,
yes,
baller.
yeah.
Spanish, you know.
So kudos to Leeds, innit? They actually
Yeah.
did play good football because it could have been more. Even Dan James looks okay.
That's a bit far fetched, but you know.
That's
Nah,
kind of something.
they did.
They
They
look
played
good.
well.
They
They
look good
deserve to
still.
win.
Moving on with more transfer news. Might as well take it to Manchester. Manchester United. We signed Casemiro, which is big. We'll quickly touch on that. In terms of like it come out of left field. That's another one, left field, because we were never linked with Casemiro until about 10 days ago. Like, what was your thoughts when you initially heard United were linked with Casemiro? Did you just think it was another one of those other 500 players we were linked with?
Definitely. Without a doubt, it was just like thrown out there. Like, yeah, Casemiro, yeah, whatever. United getting a £5 Champions League winner right now in this palaver. No way. When Fabio come out and say, yeah, like, listen, United are in, and then they're penciling in a bid and whatnot. I'm like, right, could actually happen. You get me? So, and now it's happened. You've got a man with experience, the know how to win, and you know, a, a body in midfield where you can trust to have the
Yes.
ball and to pass and to make the right pass, not only just the pass, the right pass. You get me? And I think it's only good things, man. Good things could be happening now, man. In that midfield, no more McSauce or McFred or whatever you want to call it. You get me? So
Cheers to
yeah,
that.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
All right. A quick point I want to touch on because I know we spoke about United. I think it was a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, about the pool of Manchester United. Has it gone? I know I said it's gone. I think Skervin, you said we're Man United. We always have that pool. It
Yeah.
seems like that pool brought Casemiro to Man United because there was no other reason for him to be joining Manchester United. Really.
Told you,
Man
bro.
United,
Come on, Sker.
come on, man.
Trust.
Man United
Believe,
is
Dre.
the
I
pin
love
of the
that, Dre.
tail.
That's a valid point, Dre. But I believed as well. It's true, Dre. We're united, Dre. Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Signing Casemiro.
Yeah.
But lads, yeah, you guys know I love the transfers. I've got breaking news for you guys, which is very important.
God.
Man United have submitted a bid for Dubravka. It's official, lads. The end of De Gea has started. It's official, Dre. You
Who's
said
the
it, pal.
best?
That
We're going to sign a goalie before the window closes. You said
Who's
it,
the
pal.
best? The Newcastle.
Yep, he's a
the
good
one
goalie.
that the
But
number two.
Pope's better than him. Pope, they just signed
Um,
Nick Pope, so Pope's going to start. But he's a good goalie, Dre. I like how he plays.
But the thing is, yeah,
Dre,
here's the thing.
Dre, that opens the door for him to go. Just drop him. You guys
No,
don't
man.
drop him.
Here's my
Nah,
thing, yeah. Here's my thing,
him.
yeah. You
Go
can't,
on, like,
you can't. But he's gonna be coming in. Really, as the number 2. Like
obviously, Jay,
he's
I
not
agree.
gonna, unless he's gonna be better than what we have, especially at a goalkeeper position. There's no point of bringing him in. Like honestly, like
He's gonna
I
play.
could understand bringing him in. Well, if De Gea messes up again, he's gone. He's dropped.
Thank
That's
you.
facts.
There
So,
you go, pal. Facts.
and I think Ten Hag knows, the defense knows. I pretty much think the whole squad knows. De Gea is going to mess up again soon. It's coming.
There
So,
you go. That's what I
but
had to tell you guys. Breaking
but
news. That's
is there better out there than the
oh,
Bravka?
definitely.
Yes.
110%.
you guys
Can
don't
we
rate
get
Bravka.
No.
can we get someone?
Wait.
Can we get
Look,
All
someone?
right,
look,
He's good.
Jay.
look,
He's
I
good.
got cutting
look
you,
for
Jay.
United.
I'm
Look
gonna
for
Yeah.
put
United.
the
Go
spotlight on both of you guys now. I bet you Marvin Dubravka is better than David De Gea.
No.
I guarantee you guys. Watch. Remember I said this, Jay, and I'm putting it out there. Jay, watch this
Here's
goalie.
why.
This goalie does what he needs to do. And he's got to have better feet than De Gea. 100%.
You know what
100%.
it is, yeah? If the Bravka comes in and I don't talk about him, then he's doing his job. I should never have to talk about a goalkeeper, ever.
There you go. Unless he's making saves in it, Jay. It's a
Saves,
0-0.
exactly.
We
That's
won
it.
the game 1-0. That's it.
Exactly. Every
I
week
agree
I'm
with
talking about David De Gea. That means he's not doing his job.
Thank you.
So even Monday's game, after Monday's game, I'm talking about David De Gea. They didn't want to pass on the ball. That just shows the players don't rate him no more.
It shows
don't.
our point, Jay. It's validated by the manager submitting a bid.
So
So
to
it
me,
shows
if
intent.
he's not a bad goalkeeper, Dubravka. I've watched him. He ain't bad. I ain't seen enough of him to say, yo, he can replace David De Gea. But he's there to let David De Gea know one slip up and you'll be sitting next to Maguire and Shaw, bruv. So
Yeah.
there you go. But
I'm not,
if
I'm not
Bradford
saying
comes,
I'm not saying the Bravka's dead, yeah, but he's not. Nah, I'm not gonna feel comfortable with the Bravka in the team or sticks, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
and you know what it is, I've noticed with goalkeepers, yeah, they can play well at them dead places. Well, Newcastle, they play in front of 52,000, so it's a pressure cooker. It's a pressure
Yeah.
cooker. But playing in front at Manchester United, I've
Bro.
seen good goalkeeper. Remember when everyone rated Ben Foster?
Mm.
And then suddenly, he come United, and then he started making mistakes.
Yeah.
Then he left, and then he's suddenly good again. Old Trafford can shrink you, and
I'm saying
we've seen it with certain. Even Harry Maguire, he was good at Leicester. He was very good at Leicester. Come United shrinks.
Dre,
The
I'm not cutting you, my bro.
Bra-
Martin Dubravka is going to be a better goalkeeper than David De Gea. David De Gea is out of the team. You see, right now, I'm over the moon. Lads, I don't know why you guys are not happy. You see, the way the team played on Monday reassure me that the manager's lost faith in De Gea. He's lost faith in him, Jay. He can't trust him. So he told him, go long. So you see, tactically, technically, you're out of the team, basically, bro. If I had another option that I could trust,
Mm.
your game's in jeopardy. And for me,
Mm.
that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So
if
I'm happy.
if they sign Dubravka now, they're definitely getting a top goalkeeper next summer.
Thank you. You get it, Jay.
100%. If
Doors
they do
open
sign a
now, innit?
goalkeeper, and I think they will, I think that's more of priority than anything else. Now,
Yeah,
it's a goalkeeper.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
I can see it. Right.
See it.
Yeah. So yeah, De Gea has been a great servant for Man United. Don't get me wrong. He's probably been. I know this is a big statement, but probably after Schmeichel, probably our best goalkeeper in the last 30 years. Facts. Better than Van der Sar. He's literally saved us. He saved us for a few seasons when we were absolutely dead. So, but every dog has its day, bruv, and time for De Gea to go, bruv. You can't even kick the ball out to a player and it lands at the player's feet, bruv. It goes into the disabled section, bruv. Like,
There you go. It's facts, Jay. And we're Man United. Come on, man. Gotta step up,
so
man.
yeah, De Gea is gone. But we mentioned it earlier. Alexander Isaac has gone to Newcastle. That is a big, big signing. 63 million pounds.
Big signing.
That's
Good
goals. That's guaranteed goals now. Like,
Good player. Good player. That's all I'll say. Good player.
what do you think? How many goals do you think he'll get with Newcastle this season? What would be a good season for Isaac goal wise?
Mate, if he performs to the level, you know what I mean, that he could perform, he'd probably get about 12 to 15. But at Newcastle, I have to see it first, man. You know what I mean, it's got to click for me first. But he's a baller. Good signing, innit? But
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get gassed off the hype, Newcastle, this and that. Do you know what I mean, bro? They gotta go out there and do the business for me, bro. They gotta earn the right for me to even mention them in conversations. You know what I mean?
True.
That's true. That's true. Back to Manchester United. Another defender has left the club. Well, the first one to leave the club so far. Eric Bailly's gone to Marseille on loan with an obligatory offer of 10 million. I think it's 10 million to buy at the end of the season. What are your thoughts on Bailly leaving? Some United fans say he's never been given a fair shot. Some United fans say he's injury prone. He's a bit of a kamikaze defender. How would you sum up his? I think he's been at United 6 years. Yeah, 6 years at Manchester United. Put that to you, Skervin.
I think he just summed it up. Like, he's kamikaze, he's injury prone, like he's wild. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes he's like a car crash waiting to happen. You know what I mean? But I did like him in it, but he was a bit too, like, how do you say it? Like, I don't know. I mean, he's a bit too, like, forceful and rushed in his decision making. You get me?
Yeah.
But you never know. The loan might do him well, and he might get back to the player he was before he came to the club. Because since he come to the club, he was just injury prone, man. Proper. You'll get a good 3 games in, and then you get injured, and then you won't see him for a good 6 months, and then you start back training again, and then play a game, and then he's injured again. You know what I mean? So hopefully he gets a good run of injury free at Marseille.
Yeah. Ronaldo, what's your thoughts on Bailly going to Marseille?
Well, to be honest, I'm happy he's at the club. To be honest, like, it's about time, because there's no point hanging around. You're not making a team. You're not playing. You know what I mean? Like, show a bit of ambition, innit? Go out there, go on loan, prove yourself, innit? You know what I mean? But to be fair, mate, he's going to a team that I follow, innit? So I will be watching him. And he's replacing. Guess who's replacing?
I just clocked that, you know.
So it's a bit of, oh, mate, I'm telling you, like, if you follow French football, yeah, you guys will understand how big Marseille is, isn't it? Like, Marseille is crazy, bro. It's massive in France.
It's mad. It's mad still.
So
Who's he
it's going to be
replacing?
pressure on him. It's going to be pressure on him. It's not the same as United, but he's big in France, bro. That move is a big move for him. He's replacing the play of the season in French football, bro.
Oh, Saliba.
Young player of the season. Saliba.
Yeah, but still, bro, come on, man. That's a pivotal.
You see,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think people realize. You see, Marseille, yeah, their fans are mad. You know, that's not, their fans are mad. And in France, they're literally, they're not Man United, but they are literally I would even call them the second
They
team.
are Man United. Sorry to cut you, my bro, but did
They're
you see
like,
what Sanchez said when he signed? He goes, Marseille, that's the same Sanchez that came to United. He just signed for them. Like I say, I followed
Yeah.
them. Watch
Yeah,
this. Guess what he said there? He goes, "I've just signed for the biggest team in France, the only
they
team to win
yeah.
the Champions League."
That's facts. They are the biggest team in France.
There
They
you
literally
go.
are. It's not a joke. They are the biggest team in France. Their fans are mad. They've
Yeah,
stormed the training ground and demanded things. They don't play about. They don't play about. But I'm happy for Bailly. He can go get football now. I think it's another sign of the end of the old era at Manchester United. Um, on his day, he's probably the best defender at the club over the last few years. But on his day, it's like once every 8 months, in it, and we ain't got time for that. He's a bit kamikaze, like I said, injury prone. He plays football like them uncles that play in the park on a
Mm.
Sunday. Literally, there's no. He's an individual defender. Literally, you can't play. You can't tell him. You could tell him what to do, and the guy will still try and do a Cruyff turn on his 6 yard box. Like that is Eric Bailly, innit? But kudos to him, innit? Um, boy, what else have we got here transfer wise? Um, that's about it, really. That's about it. Anything you wanted to discuss transfer wise, Skervin?
Um, no.
All right. Moving on then. Obviously it's the 30th anniversary of the Prem. Last week we talked about some of the greatest moments. This time I want to talk about some of the greatest rivalries. Um, in terms of greatest rivalries, Skirvin, what are some of the great rivalries in Prem history that spring to mind for you?
Um, Benitez and Fergie.
Of
That was
course,
a good, that's a good rivalry.
with the fact sheet.
Um, yeah, when he brought out the fact sheet, Liverpool were doing so well up until the point where he brought the fact sheet out, and
Yeah,
then
innit?
yeah, it went tits up from there, didn't it?
Yeah. That it's crazy when you think about that. When it comes, that's the only time Liverpool and Man United have been close to being on par in the whole time we've probably been alive. And they're the
Yeah,
most two successful teams in the history of English football. That is crazy.
mm,
Literally. You would think United and Liverpool would be like Real Madrid and Barca. But all time we've been alive, it's either one's better than the other, and they're way better than the other.
yeah, exactly.
It's just
And for
crazy.
real, that was the only thing that it was.
What rivalries were there? Fergie and Wenger, of course.
Yeah,
That's the greatest rivalry in Premier history, and that leads to United and Arsenal. That's that's the rivalry that set off the Premier League to me.
for
Like,
me too.
um, what else is there? That's interesting. Bring up rivalries because I was having this conversation with a few mates yesterday. Do you class Liverpool and City as a rivalry?
Yeah, because
Because
for the
because
last
here's why I
what
say
three?
here's why I say it wasn't a rivalry because one team's won 4 Premier Leagues and the other team's only won one.
Yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, Liverpool are the only ones that really push City like to the wire
Mm,
consistently. Do you know what I mean? For the last what 3, 4 seasons, am I right?
yeah,
You know what I mean? So they're the only ones that are competing up against themselves. You get me? So I'll call it a rivalry. Pep and Klopp are, the geniuses at what they're doing. It so, and when they play football matches, it's always entertaining. You're always gonna get goals, which is good. You know what I mean? So, I'll call it a rivalry. Like that's a game that I've looked forward to sit down
oh yeah,
and
100%.
watch. You know what I
In
mean?
terms in terms of quality of football, that's probably the best game to watch in world football.
Exactly. So
100%.
for me, I'd say that's a rivalry.
Yeah. Ronaldo, in terms of Premier League rivalries, we've mentioned Fergie and Wenger, United and Arsenal. We've mentioned Benitez and Ferguson. We've just talked about Man City, Liverpool. Any rivalries in the Prem that are worthy of being mentioned in history of the Prem?
You lost touched on most, but I wouldn't say it's a rivalry, but I think it's just a hatred between both managers, like Jose and Conte. But it's not even really a rivalry because you guys touched on most. It didn't really amount to nothing, really.
Mm. What would you say Chelsea, Liverpool?
What era?
Yeah,
What era?
it,
I'll probably, you know
Jose,
what? That's
Mourinho.
probably not even Prem. That's probably more cup competitions, you know?
I think
Yeah,
that
that's
was
probably
one of
more
the
cup.
biggest games in that after that Champions League game, like 05, 06. I
Yeah,
think that was
So
one of the
yeah,
biggest
take it back.
games in football, bro. Chelsea, Liverpool,
yeah. Those games were more cup competition because they met each other in the Champions League a couple times after that. I
yeah.
think Chelsea won, and then obviously the cup finals as well. Yeah, that's more cup football to be honest. Man United and Chelsea, you got to put that in there for Prem rivalries, 100%. There was like almost a decade when it was just United and Chelsea winning the league.
Not good memories for United though. In games.
Yeah,
Because Chelsea changed managers so many times, yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? The rivalry is
but
more between the clubs and
yeah, yeah. Can't really think of managers wise. It's just Fergie, Wenger, even
Pardew,
Jose.
Pardew, Wenger,
Oh yeah, comedy. Even what's his name? Allardyce and Wenger.
Wenger, yeah.
Allardyce used to have Wenger rattled, bro.
Mm.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Obviously, throughout the season, we'll talk about more history of the last 30 years of the Prem. Next week, we'll find something else to talk about. But before we wrap this up, we'll do weekend preview. Um. First game of the weekend. We've mentioned it a bit earlier, but we're here to get some predictions now. Southampton against Manchester United. Better yet, because I don't know if we'll be around next week because it's Carnival. Keep it real, and there's Premier League games next week, midweek as well. We might as well do the midweek games as well. We'll start off with the first game of the weekend: Southampton against Man United. Predictions, lads. What we saying? 3 points.
Yep,
facts.
but
Um, anyone who's giving me score predictions here?
3-1 United.
3-1 United.
Oh,
Come on.
I think it's going to be another grit and grind performance. To be honest, I think this is going to be the game where it's au revoir, David De Gea. I think he's going to do something stupid. Um, I think United will win, but it's going to be a plucky one. A little scrapey 2-1 wins. David De Gea, au
It's
revoir,
not
bruv. You
three
will
points, mate.
au revoir.
Yeah.
Au revoir. Monday's game was au revoir for a few man. They just don't know it yet. De Gea is one of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
2-1 Man United. We're gonna go with 3 o'clock games. All the big hitters are playing on Saturday. We'll start with Brentford versus Everton. What we saying? I'm gonna go Brentford. You know, and I think they're gonna properly smack over Everton as well. This is gonna be the game that puts Lampard under pressure. I'm gonna go 4-1. Actually, four
Wow.
5-0. 5-0.
Wow.
Actually, I'm gonna go.
Oof.
Wow.
No Drake.
Wow.
That is. I think Everton's gonna win. 2-1.
Whoa.
Grind out a result.
Who won Everton did you say Ronaldo?
Yeah, 2-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Ronaldo's on Lampard's payroll, bruv.
Nah, I
Yeah,
actually think Lampard's gonna grind it out.
2-0 Brentford.
Okay. Brighton versus Leeds. This should be a good game, Two both have started well to the season. Brighton got 7 points, Leeds have got 4. What we saying? Who's gonna win that one?
2-1 Brighton. Brighton's my team, bro.
I'm going Leeds, I'm going Leeds.
I've
I
got.
like what I've seen from
Yeah,
Leeds.
I
Go
know they're
2-1.
confident. I'm gonna go 3-2 Brighton.
I think that's gonna be the game of the weekend. That game.
It's due to be a good game.
Boy, another one. This should be interesting. Chelsea versus Leicester.
That's a difficult one.
Chelsea,
Chelsea, Chelsea.
Chelsea. You already know, man. Leicester 2-1, bro. Chelsea.
Wow.
You already know, bro. They're in a rut, bro. The crooks are starting to show, bro. I say 2-1
Hey,
Leicester, bro. Jamie Vardy,
hey,
bro.
hey,
Heartbreaker.
hey. I would not be surprised if Leicester win. I just don't know where Chelsea can score goals.
They're
I'm gonna
getting
go with a
slapped,
draw.
Jay.
I'm
Draw.
gonna go for a draw, yeah. Because Leicester's
2-1.
stinking out the place as well.
Two,
Gotta go for a
2-1
draw.
Chelsea.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea. Skervin said. I'm gonna go 2-2. Go 2-2.
2-1 Leicester.
Another one of the big hitters at 3 o'clock. Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Um, Surely Liverpool get their first points of this first win of the season. Surely, right?
Liverpool versus who?
Bournemouth.
Ooh, it's a tricky one for them,
Nah, come on. Let's be real.
Wait! Come on, it's a relegation 6-pointer.
I say 4-1 to them. Them
Oh,
Northerners, the soft side. But yeah, 2-1 to them fake Reds.
2-2.
Sorry, not even 2-1. 4-1. Sorry, 4-1. Actually, because they need to please them. Fans of
Skervin, repeat what you just said, mate.
You did hear correct, mate. You did hear correct.
You
2-2.
say 2-2.
Yeah.
Could happen. It could happen. It could happen.
put me down, Jay. 4-1, just to confirm.
All right. Yeah, Liverpool gonna get their first one on the board. I'm gonna go a comfortable 3-0. Build up some confidence. Boy, this game now, this one should be interesting. Manchester City versus Crystal Palace.
Mm. Nah, man. City. Oh no, Carlos Palace. Where's it? City's one.
Yep.
Yeah, Palace always do a number on City at home. City's home.
3-1 City.
I'm gonna go with Skervin. I think Palace are gonna win. I'm not saying it because it's Palace and they're just down the road. I actually believe they're gonna beat City. I think
they're a good team.
Highline and Brock. If there's one team I've watched this season who take advantage of teams playing the highlight, it's Crystal Palace. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Palace are gonna win that game by 2 goals. It's either gonna be 2-0 or 3-1 Palace. I'm gonna go with 3-1 Palace. There you go.
Wow.
It's gonna be a good game. I agree.
Yeah.
I had to think about it, but more I think about it, 3-1 City, man. Palace defense.
Haaland might fill his boots though. You think if Anderson had a think if Anderson can rough up Nunes, he ain't roughing up Haaland, bruv. Haaland would just dust man. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I think that's gonna be the shock of the weekend as well. Um, but then the 5:30 game, the league leaders, Arsenal against Fulham. What are we saying?
Right.
Good
2-1
game.
Arsenal.
You know
What did you
what?
say? 2-0? 2-0 Arsenal.
2-1. 2-1.
2-1.
I've got a draw. You know, I've got a draw. I think this is gonna be the game where they're gonna get roughed up a bit.
Sorry.
They're gonna get roughed up a bit. Um, yeah, I've got a draw. I think this is gonna be 2-2.
Where's the
Yeah,
game?
2-2.
Where's the game?
Emirates.
4-1 Arsenal.
Woo! All right.
That's it.
Jesus
That's
with a
it.
brace. Jesus with a brace.
I don't mind. That will do wonders for my fantasy team. Can't lie.
But you definitely get the brace against
um, what did you say, Skervin? Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah, 2-1 Arsenal.
All right. Sunday, big game. Stevie G against West Ham. What are we saying? It's at Villa Park.
It's a big game. 3-1 Villa.
I'm going. I'm going. Yeah, I think Villa win that game comfortably as well. I'm gonna go 3-0. Gonna fill their boots up. What are you saying, Ronaldo?
I'm going for a draw.
All right.
2-2.
Okay. Moving on. Wolves versus Newcastle. Do Newcastle ride the momentum of that City game, or do Wolves somehow get the job done?
City Wolves.
No, Wolves versus Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle. Ooh. No, Newcastle. Newcastle. I reckon Newcastle are gonna do it over. 2-0 Newcastle.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Wolves, simply because they just get the job done, innit? Just get the job done. I don't know where they find these players from, but
Mm.
Wolves just get the job done. Good manager, good team, just there, just there. They're like the new Burnley, innit? Just there in the Premier League. They're just there.
I think it'll be a good game, but it's a bit tricky. It's the goals. I don't see it.
Mm.
I don't know. I think that might be a draw as well. I think
And
Newcastle
then
might 2-1 Newcastle.
okay, and then English Heritage at 4:30. This is a proper English Heritage game. The Teddy Sheringham derby in that. Nottingham Forest against Tottenham Hotspurs. Um, tricky one, tricky one. What are you guys saying? Forest to pull off the upset, or Spurs to keep it rolling?
Spurs.
Sorry to pull off the upset.
I say Totti. 3-1 Totti.
Oh,
2-1. 2-1 Forest.
you say 2-1 Forest.
Mm.
What have I got? If Spurs play as bad as they did against Wolves, they might get turned over. But quality always shines through. And I'm gonna go with Spurs 2-1. It's gonna be a plucky one. Plucky one. There's a full set of midweek games next week. I might just leave that alone. There's no big ones in there, to be honest. But yeah, we'll leave that alone. We'll be back next week or the week after. But yeah, that is it. Another great episode. Lads, any final words after this upbeat episode? I can sense the positive energy and the vibes through everyone in this episode. Any final words?
I just hope that we continue with the positive vibrations next week after Saturday. You know what I mean?
Come on, up the Reds.
Up the Reds.
All I gotta say, I'm just watching a few clips of Anthony right now, so I'm just waiting for the deal to get confirmed.
Hear that. Hopefully by the next episode, a few more signings have been wrapped up. We've been very close to deadline day as well. So, boy, we could be running our own little Jim White yellow tie thing next week. But lads, it's a pleasure as always. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We truly are blessed to have viewers that watch this every week. The views are continually going up, so please keep doing your job. We greatly appreciate it. For Skervin, Ronaldo, myself, Dre, we're out. Peace.
Peace out. Love.
Cool.